How's it going, everybody? In today's video, we are going to be looking at the AAII Investor Sentiment Survey for two reasons. One, we've shown this off in videos in the past, but I don't think that it's got its own individual video yet. And number two, because all of this information that we're looking at in the AAII Investor Sentiment Survey, all of that gets updated on Wednesday, and this is getting recorded on Thursday, so this is brand new, fresh information hot off the presses. So let's go ahead and dive into exactly what it is the AAII Investor Sentiment Survey does. Really quickly though, I want to let you know about a super important thing that we have going on right now. Friday is the last day of our huge Edge Finder sale. We're doing 30% off the Edge Finder, but I have a special offer just for the people watching this YouTube video. If you go on our Instagram at A1 Trading, give us a follow and message us the word sale, you get a special 35% off. Like I said, Friday is the last day of this huge Edge Finder sale that we're doing. So if you like what you see in this video, if you want to get the Edge Finder for yourself, go on Instagram at A1 Trading, follow us, send us a message, send us the word sale, and instead of 30%, you get 35% off the Edge Finder on the final day of the sale. So go ahead and check that out. All right, so AAII Investor Sentiment Survey. What exactly are we looking at? Well, this is stock market sentiment. Basically, what that means is a very broad overview of the market. You can kind of just think of this as like the S&P 500. This is kind of just broad overview stocks. So we're talking S&P, NASDAQ, US 30, how are they going to trend overall? How's the stock market going to do as a whole over the next 6 months? In fact, we have this little paragraph about it right here. It says the American Association of Individual Investors, AAII, surveys a number of individual investors and asks where they think the market will go in the next 6 months. This survey is taken every 7 days to accumulate weekly data and history of the overall individual bias in the market. Survey ends and is updated by Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. So, what does that mean? This specific sentiment survey is talking to investors all over the country about where they believe personally the stock market is heading over the next 6 months. And this is getting updated on a weekly bias, so we can actually watch week to week as these investors either confirm their biases or perhaps begin to shift their bias or their sentiment. So let's take a look at this right here. So did you know Trader Nick has a daily live show every Monday through Friday? Nick and our featured traders give their thoughts and analysis and even share their trades live for you every morning. We cover news events live as well, watching markets spike and then giving analysis immediately following. If you want to join the live stream community, look out for our live stream schedule on the A1 Twitter account each week, or consider turning on notifications and never miss another news event. We can see week by week. You'll notice in that little pop-up box, you can see what week it is, the exact date to date, and then the overall bullish, neutral, or bearish bias that these investors submit. So you can either say that you are bullish on the stock market, you are bearish on the stock market, or you believe that the stock market is going to range. It's not going to necessarily have a big move up or down over the next 6 months. And this yellow line is really the most important thing. If you're going to pay attention to anything on this graph, it should be this yellow line. And all the yellow line is simply the bullish sentiment percentage subtracted by the bearish sentiment percentage, so that we can overall see, are they overall bullish or overall bearish? Well, it's very, very easy to see that over the past however many weeks we're looking at here, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So for the past 13 weeks in a row, investors have technically been bullish on the stock market, right? We can see that more bullish than they are bearish, more bullish than they are bearish, so on and so forth every single week for the past 13 weeks. Now you might think to yourself that, well, that's not really useful information if it's just going to say the exact same thing every week. Well, this is why I think that you should really pay attention to this yellow line here, because how bullish or how bearish they are on the stock market is really what's most important. So check this out. If we take a look at this, the last week of the year was right here. So this was the end of 2023, and this is 2024 and on. So in 2023, in December, they were very bullish on the market, as high as 32%, right? We can see that 52.9% bullish here, 20.9% bearish here. The difference between the two, 32%. That was the highest that they ever got on the stock market. And we've heard about the Santa Claus rally. And in fact, if you remember what the S&P and the NASDAQ looked like at the end of December, pretty much throughout the month of December, it absolutely skyrocketed. So the investors were very, very bullish on stocks at that time. Then we get into the new year and things get to shift, things get to change, right? We notice that this yellow line doesn't really peak up quite as high as it used to. In fact, for the first time, we dipped all the way down here. In 2023, in the how many weeks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the 6 weeks of data that we have here in 2023, we had our peak at 32%, and we never dipped below 19.89%, so basically 20%. Well, in 2024, we've had 3 weeks dip at 15% or lower. That's a big difference than this 19% being our lowest bullish sentiment in 2023, the end of 2023, I should say. So investors overall are not quite as bullish on markets as they were in December, now that we are in February. So that's the biggest thing to keep an eye out on. Now, as this goes on and this data continues, we may not see this 32% bullishness again. We may see this slowly dip lower and lower. Even though it may still be bullish, it's important to remember how bullish they were and how much that has shifted since then. That's the simplest way to look at the AAII Investor Sentiment Survey. I hope you guys enjoyed this little breakdown of what it is and what it can do for you. And remember, if you want to take advantage of that special offer, again, Friday is the very last day that you can get up to 30% off the Edge Finder. But if you follow us and message us the word sale on Instagram, then you can have a special 35% off discount on the final day of the sale. So again, follow us on Instagram, message us the word sale, and you can get a special 35% discount on the Edge Finder. Did you know we do a live trading show Monday through Friday with guests from all over the world? To get notified when we go live, click the bell button next to the subscribe button or check in at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We have helpful, free content in the description below and on our website, a1trading.com. Thanks for watching today's video, and we'll see you tomorrow.